And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's Oliver. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Yeah, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
And they'll run it here. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. And they'll go on the ground. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. From the gun, Fox. Going for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. They've already gone for it and made it once on this opening drive. They're going to try it again on 4th down. They'll run it now out of the gun. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green.
Right back to him on first down. Oh, good footwork on the spin. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fox. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
All right, now look at 56.
Operating from the gun. Fox. And a 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Hopkins' kick is good. And it's 3-0 as the Redskins strike first. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And this first play will get him back to the 25, but that's going to be it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And, oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. It'll be a gain of 24 on the play. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll look to throw here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Into the Redskins' how did they do? A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On first down, this is Geis. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They go play action here on first down. And his throw here is incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And that'll bring up second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
His throw caught right around the 6. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Michael Gallup, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to 4. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And now a two-point conversion attempt forthcoming. They'll try and sneak it. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. Here's Oliver. Touchdown, Washington. As his guys are in for 6, and the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They take over 1st and 10 up near midfield. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10.
No, check. Patriot! Patriot!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Gone!
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the... And he's got it! Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Michael Gallup, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bucs have made this a 1-score game. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to 2. So So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Redskins now. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. To throw on 2nd down. Fox. A quick throw, but incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, Fox. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Fielded at the 33. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to look deep down the field. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Geis with a carry on 2nd down. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite an excellent display of footwork. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10.
Lucky 56.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That goes for a gain of 31.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Escaping the pressure right. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's brought down. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Derrius Guice, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Looking to throw. Fox. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Back to throw. Fox. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the 1st.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with...
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fox. And he fires one incomplete. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Throwing on 3rd and long. Fox. Wide open receiver complete. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. Operating from the gun. Fox. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
I don't know about you, but if I'm the offensive line coach right now, I'm having an absolute fit. This team that they're going against has 3 sacks. Yet they rank dead last in the league in sacks coming into this game.
Maybe overlooked them a little bit?
Could be. I don't know if it's the scheme. I don't know if they've just gotten fortunate along the way. I have no real great answer for it, but we're seeing something you don't often see.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Looking to throw. Fox being chased out left. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. A bad third down mistake there.
Points were already on the board in their mind. And that's the worst part about it, right? Because it's just like in golf. Never count it in the cup until it rolls in there. Otherwise, you can really get messed up with your scores. In this case, you know they thought, hey, at least 3, maybe even a chance to get 6. It's a little bit demoralizing going off the field now that you've turned it over and you come up empty.
Yeah, if he holds on to that, at least the field goal on 4th down. Now they lose it. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Into the Redskins have it, they do. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Flushed out right, going for it all. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. The intended target was Chris Godwin. And now it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Back to throw here. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep, right? Oh, wide open, complete. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter three? And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a second down. Now back to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Robertson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. First target, first catch, and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So that one will be accepted. Here's a 1st and 10 now after they successfully drew him off sides. They're going to look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And that last penalty makes this 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw here. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete as well.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So now we look at the Redskins offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
that's exactly what they printed up. stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Fox. Escaping the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Detroit. All right, now, lucky 56.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Leopard.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And now running right through it. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Set. Green 39.
He's going to get it running right. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Darius Geis, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. The point after is good, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Here we go. Gun.
From the gun, Fox flushed out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 38. They have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Detroit!
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Michael Gallup, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the interception by the Bucs D leads to a touchdown. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And they'll run it here. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. They're going to try and throw. He's going to air one out. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Steps away to his left. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. O.J. Howard, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Oliver. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Well, we'll see what his offense can do. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on fourth down, this is a big call. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On first down, Fox finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll make it 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Throwing on 1st down. Fox. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
He's going to rifle one deep left side, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 5. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll hand it down to Geis. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 25 yards on the play there. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. They'll run it now out of the gun. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Geis receives the pitch. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know they're playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows?
And this is caught at the 20. A huge play there for Washington. 55 yards. Now they got to get to the line quickly. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to.
And eventually take him down here. Great coverage downfield.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down at the 2. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, but that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be